What is up, guys? Welcome in. My name is Nick and welcome to the channel. And you join me today back on Forza Motorsport, and we are back at the Nurburgring because it has been a while since we've done a Nurburgring challenge. And yeah, I think it's time, as you probably gathered from the title and the thumbnail, to have a look at the guy who really started it all off. Right, guys, welcome back to the pit lane, and as you can see, we are starting this off strong with Jimmy Broadbent's Minty MX5, and I did not do the design. I will drop the name on screen now for the guy who did it. It's available on the Forza Motorsport store. I just threw the modifications on there because we are now in the wonderful update 6. We can just put whatever we want on the cars, and we don't have to worry about leveling up. Yay, win. So I'm not going to go through the full build on, but safe to say, as with the actual car, we're putting out over 600 horsepower. I think it was from last time I saw one of Jimmy's videos about it. With the 2-litre inline-4 turbocharger, I've put the biggest turbo the game will let me put on there. Upgraded most of the bits about the engine. We're on slick tyres as close to the appropriate widths that Jimmy said about his one as well. Stripped everything out as much as we can. We are just over the limit for the R-Class one, or over the limit for S into the very low bits of R-Class. And to pay homage to Daddy Jimmy himself, we are going to lap the Nurburgring in Minty and see what we can do. Apologies, Jimmy, if you do find this for the underwhelming level of wang. It is the wangiest I can get on Forza at the moment. But yeah, we're just going to go out and do one sort of warm-up lap, and then hopefully we will get a quick lap time in for you. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so here we are at the start line, and yeah, we're just gonna get to it. This car is pretty lethal with the boost, so you've got to be pretty careful with that. We're just going to go around to a relatively calm first lap just to get myself back up to speed. I've done a few practice laps in this car so far. Not been able to thread anything through clean. Whoa! Yep, okay, as you can see, this car is pretty lethal. Thankfully we are in Forza, so we don't have any major damage. We're in rivals as well. But yeah, we're just going to be looking to see if Jimmy were to ever take Minty around here, what times he could expect. I mean, not really. No, this is not going to be a proper representation of it, mostly because, I mean, Jimmy's a far better racer than me, especially around the ring. And, I mean, it's Forza at the end of the day. It is a fun game, but it's not... It has its uses. I'm about to crash again. Yep, ignore that. Ignore that. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, so obviously this is Forza, so take the times with a pinch of salt is relative to itself. But yeah, this is one of the things I do enjoy about Forza. We can, unlike most games on the market, you can go, I want to make a 600 horsepower MX5, and you don't have to go into any form of modding software to do it or anything like that at all, like you would with some dedicated sims. I don't know about Gran Turismo, but it is still technically the biggest gate-kept sim racing game on the market, with its own console requiring its own set of peripherals, so that has its own barrier to entry, which is quite high in my opinion. And yeah, Forza, I think its main selling point is you can just sort of build whatever you want. This last week I built my own version of the Mini Challenge Cup to race with my subscribers. The live stream of that is available on the channel if you are so inclined to view that. But yeah, that's always been the biggest business positive for the Forza franchise. No, the handling model's not the best. No, it's not a sort of a full out-and-out sim, but it's obviously a controller-first pick-up-and-play kind of racing game, and you can sort of do what you want with it, really. It's I'm not going to say that the new Forza Motorsport is perfect. Obviously, where I am now, the Nurburgring, if you were to speak to a certain person of a what should we say? I'm trying to think of a Jeremy Clarkson-esque homonym to him, or an homage to him, but Mr. Random Call Sign. I do enjoy your content. This is not a shout out to you. I very much enjoy your content. I think you're a far bigger personality, as it were, in the sim racing space than I, and who am I to challenge that? But obviously he's made his comments about Nurburgring and its trees, and a little bit mimmy in my opinion, but you know, each one has their own opinion, and he doesn't like the Nurburgring here, and yes, that's fully valid. I never really noticed the amount of trees that are here, but yeah, there are probably too many trees. Not probably, definitely. There are definitely too many trees if you were to look at the photos of this, but in my mind that's stylized. I don't really care too much about that. It's the big black bit of snake and tarmac in the middle is the bit I care about, but anyway, enough of that tangent. Forza's obviously had its shaky launch and all that sort of stuff, so I personally am a terrible driver. Another benefit for we can just do that on one button. I'm just going to pretend that happened, and we're going to carry on this conversation in just a moment. There we go. Yes, so Forza's obviously had its issues from launch. No one's going to shy away from that, and then if anyone is, I mean, you need to embrace that sort of stuff. I'm not here to apologise for Forza. I'm not here to say it's the best game in the world at all, but it serves a purpose. And this is what I'm going to be doing with it. Just enjoying building. It's going to be start of a series in making YouTube cars, I guess. Cars are a favourite on YouTube. Yes, I am using gloves, by the way. No, these aren't anything special. These are just a pair of cycling gloves. But I do have a Moser R12, and this thing does. I've got the CS wheel, and it does decide to shred my thumbs a little bit if I'm not too careful. And I do have the force feedback up set quite high in this, and I have got it tuned to where I like it. It might not be the most realistic force feedback setup, but it communicates what I want it to communicate, and that's all I really care about. Oh no, don't crash again. There we go, that's better. So, I probably should pay more attention to what I'm doing, but this is just... it's just a wall up, I guess, isn't it? So, apologies if I'm a bit scattered. It is currently about 2:30 in the morning, it's the only time I've had to record recently. So, apologies if my energy levels are a little bit low, and if I'm being a bit more tangential than I would otherwise normally be. But yeah, so back to what we're doing now. So yeah, we just decided to have a look, see if I can convey homage really to sort of YouTube popular cars. If there are cars you would like to see built for me to drive them around the Nordschleife, because that's what we do. In sim racing, we take things around the Nurburgring because it's content. I mean, I blame Jimmy, basically. He's the one who started all this stuff off. I mean, he is the grandfather of YouTube sim racing content, really, in my opinion. He'll probably beg to differ, but he always will. He's a humble person. But yeah, this is going to be hopefully a start. I've got an idea of a few cars that I want to do. I'm not going to say them now, though this is a nice teaser for keeping an eye out if you did enjoy this one for more content in the future in this same ilk. But yeah, if there is any that you would like to see, do please drop them in the comments. And while you're there, if you did enjoy this, drop me a like and do please subscribe. I am currently under 1,000 subscribers, and while the 801 that I have at this moment in time is a fantastic achievement and way more than I thought I would ever get, especially in the time I've been doing this, it would be a massive help for me if you could drop me a sub to help out the channel and just help me push my content out to more people who may find it enjoyable. But yeah, we're going to just sort of go around here. I'm going to try my best to keep it a clean lap. Hopefully we'll do that first go, because it is quite early in the morning and I would quite like to go to bed at some point. But yeah, I wanted to get this video out. I've had some bits pop up that have sort of stopped me from recording recently, but yeah, we're just going to focus in, treat this car with a damn large amount of respect. You kind of don't want to be anywhere near some undulating ground when the boost kicks in, because as you've seen, it will spear me off into the left or the right, or just spin me around or do whatever. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a clean lap, and this is my homage to Jimmy, taking his Minty MX-5 built in Forza Motorsport around the Nurburgring. So I will shut up, itch my nose because it's very itchy, and we shall crack on. Right, okay, good entry through here. Right, so I'll brake actually before the start line this one, because it gets very light at the front. There is a lot of places on this lap that this car will try and take off. I must admit, it's probably one of the better tunes I've got in terms of like setup for the car. Normally cars, when you're in this one, because this is in what Forza would deem as an R class, which is their bracketing for the cars in terms of performance, normally when you absolutely stretch a car way above its performance, I think the MX-5 starts on either a grade D or grade C performance index. Normally, when you just absolutely crank them to way above what their intended PI is, like massively boost them. Make sure we don't take off too much coming over flood plats. There we go. Avoiding the curb on the inside because that will spew off into the wall as well. Yeah, if you put sort of just, for lieu of a better word, myth the fuck out of these things, they just become horrible pigs to drive. But this one, actually, with the tune I've got on it, at least for me and my driving style, it's actually pretty damn drivable. Oh, no. Okay, oh, I just managed to save that. There we go, there's that boost kicking in halfway through the corner. You don't normally want to go through that in second. Third is generally the better option there, just to tame the boost a bit. May not convey in the video here, but I am actually working very hard to keep this thing in a straight line. It does want to kill you in most instances. No, there we go, just about keeping that on the tarmac there. But yeah, this is for a coked out MX-5. This thing is actually very drivable. Once it goes, there's no stopping it. But yeah, it's far more drivable than other cars pushed this far for what the chassis is sort of designed to do in terms of power output. I do have the full roll cage and everything in this as well, so that is probably helping. I will put the build and tune available up on the Forza store. As I said, the design is already there from someone else. Their name should have already been dropped earlier, but I will also bring it up again at this point. And yeah, it's just... Oh, stay in. There we go. Got it. It's not... I was sort of lamenting this. I was like, oh god, this is going to be an absolute pig to drive, but thankfully, it actually is pretty damn... You got to respect the boost, but other than that, it's actually pretty drivable. Oh, there we go. Tuck it in. Go. Got to watch the crest on the left-hand side because it will spear you off. There we go. Short shifting a little bit just to make sure we don't crest on boost. Now this bit can be a bit of a pain keeping it on the tarmac. There we go. Braking a bit early there. Turned in a little bit early as well. Got to watch here with the boost short shifting, so it's just about to start to kick out then. So short shifting just to keep it in check. Just a little bit offline there as well. There we go. So this climb up the hill isn't anything but simple in this. You've got to avoid all the curbing pretty much. Lift takes up a bit wide. Just coasting on fourth. Yep, should be fine. Good. Right. Tuck it in. Don't go too far to the left. There we go. Braking just as the time you hit the timing gate there. Drifting out wide. I don't know what I'm talking about, Jimmy. If you find this, apologies for my awful driving around the ring. I'm doing the best I can. I am not someone of your level of expertise in this. I'm simply a mere enthusiast and content enjoyer. But okay. Generally I have to drop down to 30, otherwise you're a little bit too far off the boost. Now this bit can get very lethal at the top here. You want to brake just before the crest, keep it in. Avoid this bit here on the left, that little undulation there as it sort of crests over and drops down a little bit will, again, if you hit boost on it and you've got any form of sort of the car's going any form of lightness going over any form of crest or anything like that, it will just spit you out again. The same bit, this bit here, keeping it in fourth just to keep the torque down. This car is actually really fun to drive. I would, if you do find your way to this video and you do play Forza Motorsport, I would recommend downloading it. I'm not the greatest tuner at all. I kind of feel like I know what I'm doing, but a lot of people are generally a lot better than me, and I do defer to those people. But yeah, this is a lot of fun to drive, and I'm quite happy with how I've got this car feeling, to be honest, considering just how much power it's actually putting out into an MX-5's chassis and wheelbase. The slick tyres and the wider rear tyres doing a lot to help me out, I think, as well. Keep it to the left here. Definitely not flat out, though. It undulates so much through here. Not the greatest to run through there. Had to spend a lot of time off throttle braking at those black gates on the right hand side, or the black fence posts. It was a bit offline there. A little bit slow. Keep it off the curb to the right hand side, otherwise it will again hit boost and spit you out. Mini carousel is always a pain in the arse. Oh, I wanted to go then as well. Right. Good exit out of this corner here. There we go. Oh, right, that's the... I would say that's most of it done. It's not the hard bit done though. Not screwing up coming into the end of the circuit is always the hardest bit for me. We're going to push nearly up to 200 mile an hour in an MX-5, which is just madness to me. But thankfully we've actually managed to get a clean lap in, touch wood, on our first attempt, as long as I don't mess it up here. But I might go a little bit conservative just to make sure we make it through. But under the Bilstein Bridge, don't drift down to the grass. Oh, almost eating my own words there. Oh, that was very, very close. Fourth into here, third, second. Graze that curb there. Watch for the boosters come through this bit. Lift off a little bit. Dab a second. There we go. Dab a brakes. Second. Short shift as well. And we are going to cross the line with a 709. So, that was it, guys. 709.061. Definitely not the quickest I've done around here. I was doing some practice laps at 704, but they are all dirty laps, so we'll take a 709. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. This is going to be the start of a new mini-series, I think. Now that we've got the ability to build up cars with a bit more ease and speed, I think it's something that I'm going to be looking to do a bit more in the future. As I said, I've got two more cars in this same YouTuber car ilk, or cars of YouTube rather than YouTubers. That's probably the way to say it for some of the stuff I've got planned. So if you did enjoy this and you have some ideas of other cars you want me to build and drive around the Nurburgring in a scuffed Jimmy style, do please leave them in the comments below. While you're there, drop me a like, and do please subscribe if you did enjoy that for more videos in the future. If you did enjoy this one, why not have a look at, I'll do the YouTube thing of this side or this side. I have other YouTube videos about Nurburgring stuff. Let's put the Niki Lauda lap up, the first one. Just after Update 5 came out with the Nurburgring, we'll put that one up. Yeah, go watch that one. Cheers.